everybody.
Welcome to the stream.
Today is the day we're going to be finishing this 100%.
Yes.
Time for bonks. This is true, Esteban.
It is time. Stream time.
Just got two
We need
levels
to get
left.
those 2 letters in this level, and then we need to finish the fire level.
Yes.
Okay.
Some biofan says this is going to be a bonk champ stream. We might finish this quite a bit early, so we do have a backup. We're gonna play the DS version of this if we run out of stuff to do during the stream.
It's going to depend on
Depending on if
we can finish it.
if we can finish this in time, which I think we will. We only have like 2 levels in the Invasion.
Nightman asks why he have a green Navi following. Because Bionicle. How about that?
Well, because Bionicle game. So
because
Lore?
Bionicle game.
Oh yeah, I remember we were gonna do for this game. We were going to or for this stream, we were going to talk about our ideas for a Bionicle. What was it Mata-Nui movie or a 2006 movie?
Oh,
but
right. I didn't
yeah.
even do any research for that.
I unfortunately did not write my fully fledged pitch for the
It's
stream.
been kind of a crazy week, so
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
and then Lurking Carrier
Very
says
neat.
after collecting all the Toad and letter codes, you'll be rewarded with Mata-Nui as a playable character.
that would be cool, but
I don't think
can't
so.
do it.
Don't think so. We've already have the golden Toa, which is just a gold color swap for the current Toa you are.
You could be Gold Matoro and pretend you're Takanuva. Although, would it be Gold's Jollar? Because Fire and Jollar and Takua friends? I don't
Maybe. Okay.
Fire,
Pretend,
Jala,
so-
and Takua friends? Question mark.
know.
Okay.
Just a van. Takua!
Yeah. What are you doing
All right,
out here
guys. Well,
alone?
ideas for an 06 movie. What do you
Oh
got?
no. Okay.
Alright, so I think I mentioned this last time. I think the best format would be like a show where it's like each episode is just a straight adaptation of like each book, because the books aren't super dense.
Samuel.
Samuel has a good suggestion here.
Bionicle Market Simulator. You
Oh,
play
there
as
we go.
Aku. Oh, hey, see? What did
That
I
was
tell
easy.
you? What did I tell you?
Oh
Never
no,
led
we
you
have
wrong.
one more letter.
We'll find it on this path, though. I'm fairly certain.
Okay, so my ideas for an
No.
06 movie. And
I don't know a whole lot about 06. I know that they're looking for the Mask of Life. I know that they came from Karzani.
It does a lot of really, really cool stuff, especially because like you start with the Toa Nuva getting defeated, then all of the Matoran go through Karzani, and then also the Paraka are there pretending to be Toa, and there's a lot of really neat opportunities that I feel like if you tried to fit it into one movie, you wouldn't be able to get
Explore all of them properly.
Right. Yeah.
some biofan says, here's my pitch for an 06 movie. Make the fan film for 06, but make it Lego movie style. So like almost stop motion animated 3D.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. But I feel like
I mean, isn't that basically just reviving Bionicle?
Not exactly.
oh, there
Alright,
it
there
is.
it is.
Ta-da.
There we go.
What does that say?
So that
Matoran.
Matoran. Okay, cool. My brain is not working today, so like I can't understand anything. Yeah, I would probably make it like a show, or a series of movies with like the Miramax style, but more like I feel like this year would be more appropriate to have that sort of weird Miramax style.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because of like all the mutation stuff.
The rubber parts would be really neat
Yeah.
to see how they did it.
let's just screw the robots all together and do human live action.
I think we said that last time. Somebody in the chat said that last
Yeah,
time.
something like that. I think I don't like that.
Yeah,
Well,
me
they're
neither.
biological masks, so
It's a biological chronicle, but that does not mean they're fully biological.
Yeah, I do like the idea of the very weirdly organic sort of characters for this year, though. I think it fit. Obviously, it would start when they arrive at Voyanui, and then they'd sort of like go through whatever they do. I forget what they do. Maybe there could even be like a prequel sort of short film where the Paraka come in, and you know that's released before everything. So we think they're actually the new Toa, and it's like, whoa, these guys are kind of crazy looking for Toa, and then we find out that they're not, and like at the end of that, the Toa Nuva show up, and then they get captured or whatever.
I would say to start with the Paraka and have that sort of be the opening, then have the Toa Nuva arriving there. Because I want the scenes of the like Matoran arriving on Mata-Nui to have like, I don't know, some kind of substance, because that's sort of the like setting off point. If that's the right word.
Yeah, but that would be a cool little sort of subversion initially.
Oh yeah.
Would be for that to sort of have the switch up, and then obviously the Toanika come in later. I'm just thinking of like I'm trying to think of like voice actors. I'm thinking it might be interesting to have the actual Jollar actor from. Wow, the stream is really lagging today. Yeah, it might actually have a good idea to have the Jollar actor from. Oh wow.
Oh.
Something's going on. I don't know if that's your internet, Daz, or if that's mine, but
you could have the Jollar actor. I know probably even the Holly actor.
Hold on, pause on the actor description for a second. Nightman says Skyrim 2, they're Bionicles this time. Nightman, you can actually look up. There is a Bionicle mod for Skyrim.
Yes.
Legend of the Toa.
Sorry. Anyway, hold on. I'm gonna look up an actor who I think should be the Paraka, or at least one of the Paraka.
I would actually cast D. Bradley Baker as the Paraka and any creatures, because he is the master at creature voice work. And then I would also cast the original Jollar voice actor, but have him do a different voice.
John DiMaggio. He should play.
Maggio?
Yeah, he should play one of the Paraka, or maybe Brutaka or someone.
The name rings a bell.
If you've ever seen Ben 10, he plays Wrath.
I haven't, but
I saw like 2 episodes of that, so I'm
look
like,
up Wrath compilation, RATH, not like Wrath, but like Wrath.
Let me tell you something, Matty Armstrong.
You'll see what I mean. He'd be perfect for a Paraka.
I have seen some videos where people like cast different Bionicle characters as different voice actors. Really neat, because pretty good picks. Histovan in the chat says Mark Hamill as Vizon. That makes sense, because
although
definitely Mark Hamill as
baby.
Although I would go with I would have him do a very sort of gruff and growly sort of voice for that, as opposed to your standard Joker. But I feel like he could definitely pull it off. That
especially in a later story where they use Vizon, you get some Joker-y.
And they should also have Mark Hamill play Vizok too, then, to sort of highlight this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
And he's got the range. He could do something like that.
Yeah, he does.
If you don't get Dave Bautista to play a Paraka, I'll fight you, Nightman says. Who's Dave Bautista? The name rings a bell, but
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yes, he could be a good Paraka. What's the?
I feel like he could be
Raidak would be the stupid one. Yeah, he's
Raidak. Yeah. Who would I want to play bees? It doesn't make sense, but I want Nick Cage to be in there at some point. So.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Of course, you have to give Nick Cage a Nick Cage-like character, because Nick Cage can only ever play Nick Cage. He can't be anyone else. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the guy's name?
Nick Cage as Karzani. I mean, I don't think he's that gruff. You need to have something a bit.
Maybe Nick Cage could be Axon.
Oh yeah, I could probably see that.
So we've only got one level left. So this is we're gonna have
also
way too much time.
What's the thing we got from this one or from the other one?
I think it was
invincibility.
Oh right.
Which I am gonna turn on because why not?
I still think you should have the sombrero and chicken gun active the entire time.
No.
Bionicle. Nick Cage steals the Mata-Nui Declaration of Independence.
I mean, that is kind of what it is.
I need to steal the Mask of Light.
Somebody asked, what if Team Kanohi makes their own 06 film? We've got a lot of ways to go before we're able to do anything like that. So
I do really want to make an 06 game, but we have other games to make first, the first one. So
yeah, the very first one. I mean, just an absolute guaranteed nobody else could play this character is that D. Bradley Baker has to be Finrai. Has to be. Nobody else could do do it. I don't know enough voice actors to pick anybody else.
That's the thing.
I guess
Oh,
the original Toa voice actors could be the original Toa because the new Toa are still in there.
Yeah, that would be cool to have them back, even if they're only in there for like 2 scenes or something. Yeah.
For the Anika, I guess it could just be the other guys putting on a voice, the original ones. So I mean, a lot of the cast is kind of pre-made for this, based on Mask of Light and stuff.
That's the real reason I'm kind of disappointed about there not being an 06 movie, is because it would have fit so perfectly after Mask of Light. Because you have your original characters, you have Jollar, he's taken center stage again.
Yeah. And then the Mata-Nui and Web of Shadows, like they were both like pretty huge departures from the like the whole story in general. So it would have been a nice sort of way to round it off to get another one of those in there.
Yeah, it's weird to have the Bionicle for the films as a trilogy when the first one is completely separate from the second two.
Yeah, that's.
It's more of you have a film, and you have a duology, and then you have Legend Reborn,
which is just way out of the way.
Some Biofan says, "What if you guys film yourselves playing with your 06 sets for the movie?" That could work.
Oh my gosh!
Stop motion.
I only have Bazon and Fenrek though, so I could be the bad guy.
I've got most of the Anika and most of the Paraka.
I have a few of them. I know I have Axon. I do have Viazon and Fenrek, but most of it's all disassembles pretty much. That's the thing with a lot of my sets. They're in no means intact because knocking and stuff.
So I'm not sure about voice actors for the rest of it, but I feel like the trilogy could go probably like a short film or something for the Toa Nuva and the Paraka, and then a bigger film for the Toa Nika and their whole thing of coming to the island and like trying to defeat the Paraka or whatever, and then another one where they defeat the Paraka and they get the Mask of Life, and then there's big whole cliffhanger of like, oh no, we dropped it, and then it's like we gotta go underwater now.
I like how
they didn't really drop it. It sort of flew into the sea, but
I like how the plot of 2007 is the Toa and Nika accidentally dropped the Mask of Life in the ocean.
Yeah, it
wasn't accidental. The Mask of Life leapt out of their hands.
Yes, because
and flew into the sea.
It Ring of Powered itself into the sea. It just yeeted out of Gollum's hands.
But it's funnier to imagine that Matoa was just standing there holding the Mask of Life, then he sneezed and accidentally threw it into Mata-Nui.
Yeah. They're like, no!
Dang it, Matoa!
Here we go.
And then we have Finnemeyer saying, produce Trials, the making of a Team Kanohi story. I mean, that would just be the behind the scenes of Team Kanohi, and I mean, we're not far enough in. Yeah, we're not far enough in to actually have enough of a story yet. So if we need a super dramatic story to make that movie, then we're gonna have to wait until Beam Up is done, and then it'll be done. And
we can always we could always interview like Philo and stuff. They'd probably have some things to say.
Oh yes, I'm sure, but I'm sure we need that to be after the game releases as well. So
Boxstart says that originally Mask of Light, the Toa of Light, was supposed to be a kid that got pulled into the Lego world. That would have been so bad.
Yeah,
I agree.
That would have been so freaking bad. World.
Hey, Jollar.
Yep.
Jollar. We have Jollar.
Okay, so review on the mask here. Don't really know what's going on with the nose, but yeah, not bad.
I think it's pretty good. I want to see how they do his mouth, because Jollar and Nika's mask has a mouth, so I'm gonna keep an eye on.
I don't think you'll see it because I've got invincibility turned on.
Oh shoot, you're right.
I could turn it off.
Well, we'll see it once we finish the level.
And
Finnemeyer likes his mask because his head looks like a pie. Which,
yeah,
it does.
Okay, so
you can turn the
let's see the damage.
back.
Okay, that damage isn't so bad.
It's all right. 7 out of 10.
It is. It is a little weird though.
6.5 out of 10. Should we make a Heroes GBA mask tier list?
Yeah, that really should be something we should do.
Kaku Nuva is bottom tier. Honestly, all the Anika masks have been pretty good so far. There's not one that's.
Wait, what am I doing here? I don't have to worry about damage.
Oh yeah, just
oh, you still have to kill them.
You do still have to kill them, but I was just gonna say just leave.
Okay, this is way easier enough than invincibility. It looks like. Ooh. I'm tempted, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh no! Don't.
What?
I know what he's saying. Don't make him say it, Daz, by asking him what.
I want to know. I don't have any idea what he's gonna say. So.
Well, I'm not gonna say it.
You should probably say it.
Well, no, because the thing is, you're invested because you're actually playing the game.
Oh, he dropped that. Okay.
Hey.
Boom.
Oh, there's too bad left.
Riveting gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Oh wow. I'm actually getting some lag here.
Oh my gosh. It's a lot of.
There's so much going on at once.
Too many spiders for the GBA. We need a conversation topic.
Yes.
Go in the chat. Just give us something to talk about.
I would be talking more. I'm just trying to
that I saw, but it was in the middle of our discussion on an 06 movie. Somebody asked if we were to make a game based on borrowed magma, how do we do it?
Like a Cirrus Magna? Like
the Core War was mentioned.
I have a idea, like a whole pitch idea, which is one of those things where like if it would happen, it would be like way down the line.
Way down the line.
Yeah.
We've got like 10 years between now and then. So, and not 10 real life years, 10 years in like Bionicle time.
Yeah.
So.
But I do have an idea, which I don't know if I should go into detail with this.
I mean, you could give us a little snapshot. It's not like we will easily get there anytime soon. So.
Yeah, it would be kind of like an attempt to like all the other projects that like finish Bionicle and like pick up where the serials were leaving off and be on Cirrus Magna, and you be a Toa, and you can like it would be like really customizable.
Oh.
So like
I've always wanted a customizable Bionicle.
Oh, they're just handing out the letter at this point.
Yeah.
But like you'd be able to customize your like element, your weapon you have. I think I might have mentioned that like I had the idea of discs being like a big part of the game. It was like you'd collect protodermis that you could forge into discs that you could make into masks that you would be able to use, and make a whole like system.
Right.
For like making new mask power. And
Lurking Carrier actually makes an interesting point, but he was talking to Fist Fan though. He said that the GSR would be incredibly dangerous for a considerable amount of sci-fi civilizations. Yes, because of how freaking massive it is.
But like, thinking about it, if the GSR is like, well, why is it necessary for the GSR to have like all the Matoran living inside of it?
For maintenance? I don't know. I thought that was the original reason.
Yeah, but it seems like the Great Beings were just kind of going a little bit overboard, because they could have just made a robot with like maintenance robots, but instead they made a whole like civilization.
What they started with was a metaphor for medicine and having tiny soldiers inside medicine capsules.
Well, yeah. But
so they started with that cool idea, and then they had to work backwards from there.
So the Great Beings are Christian favor. That's what I'm hearing. So you think it says GSR versus the Death Star.
Or Borg Cube.
Oh, GSR.
Yeah. It would hit.
Yeah, you can blow up a planet, but you can't blow up a giant robot.
But what about
make it like a volleyball?
What about GSR versus your own Stellaris civilization? What do you think?
My Stellaris civilization didn't even get like out of the solar system.
Really?
So.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I couldn't wrap my head around it. Like,
it's a great game. It's just Civ in space.
I haven't played, but whatever you're talking about.
Like Civilization in space, but still, it's complicated and it's big, and I don't have time to learn another whole game. Oh, Histovan has a cool idea. Why don't you read that off?
An idea for a Bionicle game that was kind of like an MMO where the mask of time breaks and you time travel to different parts of the timeline, trying to correct mistakes.
I do like that. Yeah.
We kind of be like a best of in a way, where it's like it's a good excuse for you to go back to all the like
top
cool
10
Bionicle.
Oh no! The bad ending is you end up in G2.
No.
Actually, the original, going back to my idea of the Cirrus Magna game, I had originally, like, it's loosely based on an idea I had a while ago to, like, connect G1 and G2. But then, as I was thinking about it more, what I had planned with that was kind of stupid. So, I don't know, if it would actually happen, it would be a lot more work than that original idea.
If you had to make a Bionicle game in your least favorite game genre, what would it look like? That's a good question. What's my least favorite game genre? First-person shooter, maybe? I mean, I enjoy a first-person shooter occasionally, but they're not like my favorite. So
I think it would be for me. It would be a weird sort of hybrid thing. It would be a MOBA clicker. So like,
Okay, well let's. Okay, those aren't really games though.
well they count like LOL
I guess.
And-
those
and
count.
WoW and stuff. And I would say like the Dota style game as Bionicle would be like kind of just, you know.
All right, so
Or did we get the
One
extra?
letter.
One more, and then we can do the
Make it one shot.
can I make a request?
Wear the
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's what
Chicken
it is.
gun.
Oh, fine. For the last one, I'll do
Yes.
the freaking extras.
What? Some fan says, "What if Bionicle visual novel game wouldn't be that bad?"
Wouldn't be terrible, actually.
Wait, were the chicken always that color, or do they
Yeah,
change based
Chicken
on?
are always that color.
That should
They don't
change
change.
based on if you're gold or not.
This right here is peak Bionicle Heroes.
Absolutely. This is very. I know this wasn't even in the PC version, but this is very TT Games extras.
Oh yeah.
You get chicken gun, sombrero, gold mode, and then invincibility in one shot. That's like, what the?
Yeah,
why
it's like
is
all the
this
different
such a
extras
yeah, it's
let
a
you break the
massive
game.
range of extra. Like,
Nightman asks how y'all feel about the Hero Factory.
We don't talk about Hero Factory unless it's on April Fool's Day.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I think it's not great, and it could have been handled a bit better, but I feel like it had potential. And my only bit that I actually really enjoyed was that one time when they let you build your own Hero Factory, and then you could buy it and they would send it to you with your own like
Right.
custom art on the front.
Yeah, Hero Factory did have some good ideas. It was just very poorly executed.
Just that
Especially like the first round of Hero Factory characters that were basically just Agori. The worst building mode in all of Bionicle history. It was just like, it was basically Bionicle Stars 2. That's what it was. Except you
That's
didn't
true.
recognize any of the Bionicle Stars.
I remember as a kid, like when Hero Factory was first starting out, I was really into it because I couldn't have Bionicle, but this is like the next best thing. But
Yeah.
even with that, I kind of
Boxster
lost it.
makes a good point about what we were talking about earlier, about the extras. Is that the PC and console version of Bionicle Heroes doesn't have like that many fun extras.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I guess they probably just ran out of time. They're like, oh, we can't add extras this time.
Like the Proco Playground doesn't really count.
Well, I guess. I mean, it is kind of a massive area that's like only for ridiculous fun, but I entirely forgot about it, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's not like your Lego Star Wars has,
Yeah.
where it's got a bunch of other really cool stuff. There's no chicken gun, so
Exactly.
0 out of 10. Your Paraka Playground is canon. I won't hear otherwise. We really need more conversation topics for these streams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit distracted because I'm like getting messaged and stuff, and I need to address that.
Oh, yeah.
But we also do need some stuff to talk about because like I don't exactly know what to talk about on the stream. It's just I'm very tired and very distracted,
There's been a lot going on recently.
and you'll see why soon. But
Oh yeah, we got some cool stuff.
yeah,
Give us ideas to talk about. We'll
Yeah.
talk about whatever you say. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. At this point, you ask us questions.
Maybe not whatever you say, but we'll talk about
True.
a topic decided
Almost
by
everything.
the chat if we deem it appropriate to talk about. That's the political way to say that, I think.
Nightman asks how y'all feel about them little Bionicle sets. The dudes that were one piece. I think it was the you're talking about the
Brick built.
the system sets.
oh
Yeah, system sets. We've talked about them a little bit, but they
I like them.
the 05 ones were terrible, absolutely terrible. After that, they did get better, but I still would have preferred if they had actual Lego minifigures of Bionicle characters.
Lurkin Carrier says that we never answered his question last stream but what's the difference between the Elda and the Arthron? Well, look and carrier, the Elda is blue and the Arthron is red and orange.
What? Hold on. Describe the Elda and the Arthon.
Elda is some Holly Nika's mask, the mask of protection, and the Arthron is Jaller Mari's mask, which is the mask of sonar. Both let you find things, and it's
I
not.
thought we did answer that.
I think.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know.
Pretty sure the mask of detection only detects the mask of life.
It was like primarily for the
Yeah,
mask of
I remember
life,
we said that
don't-
it gives you headaches closer you get to the mask of life.
I don't
whatever.
think it has literally any use beyond finding the mask of life. Specifically the mask of life, not just detecting anything, but specifically detects the mask of life.
That's kind of a not particularly useful mask then.
No, it's not. Not at all.
You don't need to find the mask of life. It's like, what am I doing here? Why am
You know
I
what
in
it is?
this?
It's one of those car key beepers.
Oh yeah. Last time.
Aha.
Hey,
Okay,
Bionicle.
now
Hey,
we can go to...
that's I know Bionicle.
This is Bionicle.
Yeah.
Yay. And that gives us one-shot ability for the Vazon
Is it
fight.
gonna let us run? Will it let us one shot
Insta-kill Vazon. Probably not.
I don't know if it will. Let's find out.
If it does, that's kind of funny.
Nightman says, yo, they made the Baraki as the little dudes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did, Nightman.
Oh, and Histovan says it's the mask of locating the TV remote. Yeah, that would be actually kind of useful. It's like, where did I leave it? I'm getting a headache like over here. Oh, man, I know it's near. You know,
If it only gives you a headache, it's literally like warm. It's like a warm or cold thing.
You shove your head into the couch and you get a really bad headache. And it's like, oh, it's over here.
Not because you shoved your head into the couch, because you're in the mask.
Exactly. I just imagine using your face as a way to metal detect or something. It's just like you just put your face on everything. It's like, oh, it's over here. That'd just be so weird.
Seems ineffective.
Yeah. Actually, some biofan says, I believe one of Jovan's team members had an Elda to help find the Anika.
That's its only purpose.
Its only function is to find the mask of life.
So I'm looking it up on Biosector. It can find other stuff, but it's mainly used for finding the Anika.
What other stuff can it find?
Like beings who are hidden with a Huna. It allows it to track nearby hidden beings, as it said.
Okay. Hidden beings.
And
So
what does
if you're-
the mask of sonar do?
It find stuff. Let me look it up. Mask sonar. It allows the user to sense the movement and positions of targets through echolocation. Oh, so it makes you a bat.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you a bat. Okay, so it does have some overlap, but a lot of the masks have overlap, as we here at Team Kanohi know very well.
Yeah.
Legendary brings up an interesting idea. What happened if the Nika made contact with an Elda? Cause you to
Elda?
pass out?
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. So, how much longer was...
Buckster just says head pop. Some biofan says, what's your thoughts on the Faber interview? I was actually watching it and I was asking questions and stuff. So
I have not watched the Faber interview.
I think me and Marco were at least were in the chat there.
I was busy during that time, so I'm still sort of watching through it after the fact. Haven't gotten through all of it. I do know that TGV gave us a shout out, which was extremely nice.
Oh,
thank you,
wait,
LJ.
what'd they
If
say?
you're
It was actually amazing. Faber mentioned Quest for Mata-Nui, and then LJ very slyly, not subtly at all, segued that into a shout out to us.
Sweet, actually. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty cool.
It was great, yeah.
How did Christian Faber react to that?
he said yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So I don't know if that was just
context.
I don't know if that was just and listening, or if he knew. So
Right.
There wasn't, but
Okay.
hey, our name was said to Christian Faber, which
that's true. Yeah.
that's pretty big. All right, so here we go. Time to fight Vizon as actually the Anika.
Finally.
No.
Yes, you guys got your freaking
Fine. Okay.
your freaking goofy one. Now
Goofy
we're fighting this
Goto.
serious.
Yeah. Oh, can we one shot
Final
him?
boss time.
No,
Oh, you're
can't
one-shotting
one-shot.
all his turrets. Isn't this where you're doing a lot of damage to him?
Dude. Yeah, you're doing quite a bit. I'm glad that they actually knew to balance that at least, so you didn't instantly kill him and like win the entire game.
So yeah, at least you get to kill all his.
Oh, no, I instantly killed him.
Why does he say?
I was only doing damage before because he took damage whenever his instant kill.
Okay, we won the game.
Well, we did it.
That was fast. Okay.
Yeah, only an hour out of our 2-hour time slot.
Okay, now I have to play the DS game for 2 hours.
That is overpowered. Holy cow.
That was really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting the. Hold on, we're getting the breakdown in the music.
I did hear about that, some bio fan. That apparently good guy was given a name, and it's the stupidest thing ever.
Progomorph. I kind of like the way it sounds. I need to listen to that part of the interview to get context.
Yeah, I didn't hear that bit.
Freaking good guy. The most ridiculous running joke of Bionicle.
Ooh.
Yay, we did it.
Okay.
100%.
Congratulations, you are the true hero.
Rank 3 protector.
You are the true hero.
Oh,
And we get
credits.
to go through the credits again. Yay.
Amaze. Entertainment. That's amazing.
Speed it up with the emulator.
You have the little bobbing of the Toa. It's kind of sitting there. Some buyer fan. Hey, don't diss good guy.
It is a pretty ridiculous joke, but yes, do not diss good guy.
Oh.
Did it continue? Oh, and finally something. I
We
don't know.
did it.
Yay!
All
Credits.
right. So that was Heroes GBA. All of it.
But now, you see we've got all
But
those little dots
Oh
over there
my
that aren't
gosh.
filled in.
We're not doing that.
Oh no.
We 100%ed it. That's fine. We got all the stuff we need to.
What even are those badges? Are they like?
Yeah, what
I
are
don't
they? I know they're like
they're
things.
4 different things. So one of them like time trial. One of them's I don't know what they all, how you get them all. So
It's
there's
like if
no
you-
point in trying to get
It's
them.
like if you build the turret or if you finish it in a certain amount of time,
we already got the chicken guns, so.
Okay, so we want to do DS version now.
Let's switch to the just talking page while we get that
Yes.
set up.
So that was Heroes GBA. What do you guys' thoughts on it?
Well, I love it still. So even though it's like an extremely like competitive gameplay wise, but it's more entertaining than the Maze of Shadows was.
Yes, it is very much a better game than Maze of Shadows, mainly in the pacing. Like it is very similar in general, but its pacing and how it's set up, it is actually very well done. So basically, this is Maze of Shadows if they did it good.
Right.
Well, it's a very different game from Maze of Shadows.
Yeah, it's true.
I
But I
feel
mean,
like
just
this
in the,
and Maze of Shadows are like complete polar opposites of each other. Honestly, it's the anti Maze of Shadows.
yeah, I can see that. I do still think it is rather similar. I don't know if it's just because it's on the same console or whatever, but
It's weird to think that there's so many games in the GBA. I know we talked about this before, but you have this all the way back to Quest for the Toa. Same thing. Same. I mean, it was early 2000s, which was peak GBA time. What are your opinions on Good Guy? What are your political views?
My opinions on Good Guy. I get the joke, and I'm willing to like accept him as a sort of pseudo canon thing. I lost my train of thought. And I'm willing to accept him as a sort of pseudo canon thing, and even willing to reference him in our own stuff. But it's like it's such a stupid joke.
But it's a nice sort of in community, a little bit of a joke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Nightman, he's a friend of mine. He just messaged me, and he's like, "Yo, Daz, cash at me $130." I'm like, "What for?" He's like, "So I can get Lego set 8927, the little Baraki."
Is it which?
We'll talk after the stream, Nightman. We'll talk.